episode is you. 13 or, yeah.
Excellent. Hello and welcome back to Real Horrorshow. I'm your host, Samantha, joined as always by the Stormy Skies.
Hello. How's it going?
And we are here, as always, in between movie reviews to pick the next movie we're going to review and also now talk about the Vampire Diaries because that consumes our lives.
Mm-hmm.
We're
yes, it does.
So this week, the J-Man has randomly selected Goodnight Mommy on Hulu for us to watch.
Cool. That's pretty cool. You know what? He's clever because Mother's Day is coming up.
And, this is one of those movies that came out not while we were in grad school, but while I was in undergrad. So I missed it because of that.
Yeah, I probably did too for that, either that reason or it might have been like, I don't know if I took a whole year off of school before grad school or not. I can't remember. I think I did. But yeah, otherwise we missed it.
I've heard nothing but positive things about this movie. It doesn't just pull up everything like Netflix does. I love Hulu more than I love Netflix, but there are some interface things they could fix for me. Mm-hmm. Goodnight Mommy. In this terrifying thriller, twin boys play a dangerous game of make-believe that blurs the line between nightmare and reality as they start to doubt whether their mother, recovering from cosmetic surgery, is really who she says she is. And this is a can't remember what country this is from. Hans sounds like a Swedish name, Norwegian. It's an international horror movie, which is what we do on this podcast. We review less popular horror movies.
Yeah, and it sounds like this one is leaning towards having a really good viewing by Sam and myself.
Another thing that's happening this month or has already happened, it's like our 4-year anniversary as a podcast.
That is wild.
And there's no Friday the 13th movies available right now for us to watch.
You think that there'd be at least one. I mean, there's so many.
Yeah. Like so we watch them out of order, but eventually we're going to watch all of them.
Yeah, we have to.
Because I love the franchise so much.
I know you do.
It's not a disappointment like a child who decided to study liberal arts instead of a science.
Yeah, exactly. Instead of getting a trade.
Instead of getting a nice job with good benefits that'll lead to a healthy retirement plan.
Yeah. I think we're both disappointments in that respect. So therefore we have to tolerate Friday the 13th because it's what we deserve.
Yeah. So 4 years on the podcast. It's been a good 4 years. I was listening to another podcast that had their 6-year anniversary last week.
Nice.
And they brought up a good point that I never really thought of with podcasting is that our lives from the past 4 years have kind of been documented vaguely for us, but like your wedding, my multiple moves, my apartment flooding, us finishing school. Yeah. That's all documented on the podcast, and that's super neat.
Right. And then like after that, like our first jobs, like after grad school and just like growing up, all that stuff. So you're right. Even the little things have been documented.
Us starting our gardens.
Yeah, just like the different stuff that we make for dinner, like all that stuff. It's kind of fun to look back on. Mm-hmm. Wow, what a cool thing. I never really, until it's brought to your attention by someone else, I really don't think that we like consider that just doing this, Mm-hmm. But hey, we have a time capsule.
It's like a little scrapbook, only
it's
in
audio scrapbook.
Yes. Nice. So let's get into the Vampire Diaries. We're about halfway through season 3 right now. Mm-hmm. And season 3 has been very good so far. I've been deeply, deeply enthralled by the storyline.
Yeah, stuff is getting really, really wild, and it's actually, yeah, it's very engaging because now we're finally starting to get an idea of everyone's backstory. We're getting a lot of history with Stefan especially, and it's all really cool.
Yeah. So we ended the last season with Stefan going off with Klaus to save Damon. And it's been a really rough summer for everybody. Alaric is living with Elena now, and I need to talk about Alaric some more.
Okay.
Because he seems to have sexual chemistry with every single girl he talks to on this show.
Oh my God, yeah.
And it bothers me because he has it with Elena. He has it with Bonnie. He probably has it with Caroline. And I don't know if that's just him as a person.
No, like, I noticed that too, Sam. There was a specific part after they did the big hike in the Smoky Mountains where they were in the car, and it just felt a little steamy. And I don't think it was supposed to. I was like, that's your teacher.
Like, I had to look into it, but he's supposed to just be a father figure to Elena at this point now that Jenna's dead. And it's just like, I don't know. There's something about them. It's not as creepy in real life because the actress is like in her mid-20s and he's probably not that much older than her technically, but in the show she just turned 18 and he's at least 35 and she's his student.
Yeah, I know that he literally lives there and like she's still taking his history classes. Like, that is so weird.
And like, it's really cool that he stepped in to be a parental guardian to her and Jeremy.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he was just Jenna's boyfriend.
I know, right? That's it. So, like, for a second.
And to be fair, really good on him, because any other family member that would step in at this point would just be thrown into a whirlwind disaster.
Yeah, and they would have trouble comprehending everything that was happening around them. And then they would be traumatized, possibly turned into a vampire by accident, and then killed.
Yeah.
So just not a good way to join the family at all. Just stay away.
Yeah. And Jeremy started seeing ghosts, and Matt got jealous, which understandably so, because he never got to say goodbye to his sister. And when one of the ghosts Jeremy is seeing is Vicky. And so Matt drowns himself in order to see his sister, and he fucks everything up by creating a pathway that lets all the ghosts back in.
Of course it did.
Which I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself on that because Stefan's been gone all summer and everybody's dealing with it in their own way. Like, Elena's playing house with Damon.
Yeah.
And would you consider Stefan and Elena still technically together at this point? I wouldn't.
Really? Yeah, I mean, like, they didn't break up, but all they do is say, like, I still love you, and, like, you know, you can do this for me, and they're still good in you. So I don't know.
I think they broke up, but it's all on Stefan's side.
Okay.
But Elena's falling in love with Damon, and their chemistry is just off the charts.
He, like, basically sleeps in bed with her every night, non-sexually. He's just kind of there. They have just this relationship where they just, like, kind of, like, jump from house to house. So either Elena's at their house because she technically owns it still, right? And then Damon goes to her house. So.
Yeah. And Stefan is basically Klaus's bitch. Yeah. Klaus forces him to turn off his humanity for a couple of episodes until the ghosts come back, and Lexi kind of forces him out of it. And also Klaus frees him after he prevents Damon from killing him. Because Klaus is still in the show. He's going to be a big part. He's also, I totally ship him with Caroline. I don't like Tyler. So.
Oh yeah, I don't like Tyler now that he's like a hybrid. I liked him before though, but I liked it when she was with Matt.
Yeah, I really like Matt.
He's so sweet.
I feel like Matt is constantly getting screwed over because he's the only normal person in this friend group.
I think so too. I feel so bad for him. It's like he's just basically living a nightmare.
Like, his mom is gone, his sister's dead. he doesn't have health insurance.
I know, he literally lives in a home by himself and he only has one job to support himself.
You know, Elena's pretty much got it made with this house that just is there. It's her parents clearly paid it off and left it to her. So why doesn't she?
Weren't her parents loaded?
Yeah, so why doesn't she just say, hey, Matt, why don't you come live with me?
Yeah, they were best friends, like childhood best friends, and I guess they're still best friends.
Yeah, that's what I would do, because he's clearly so sad and lonely if he's willing to rip apart the spiritual void, whatever it's called, to bring back his sister.
Yeah, just to say goodbye, not even to have her around forever.
Mm-hmm. Like, at least get Matt some therapy.
Yeah, nobody seems to have any therapy.
And they all need it.
They all really would benefit from it, I think.
Yeah. And this is their senior year at the high school. I don't know how there's a senior class.
I know.
With how frequently everybody dies.
People just die left and right, guys.
And every week they have a new type of class event, like a dance or a founder celebration, which this is a problem with a lot of teen shows, but especially with Vampire Diaries. I feel like because they're set in the South, they feel like they have to have all these grandiose events. But again, I'm like 2 hours away from where Mystic Falls hypothetically would be.
Yeah.
We don't do any of that shit. Even my small town in Michigan, which had like 1,000 people in it, probably comparable to Mystic Falls, we didn't have weekly balls and street fairs.
You mean you didn't have a Founders Week where every single day was a different event that the entire town went to and it was like black tie?
No, we absolutely do not. We have like a few like street fairs before COVID, like the Wilderness Trail Festival, where local vendors come out and sell stuff.
That sounds nice.
The awkwardly placed MLM booth is also there. Did somebody die?
No, but there seemed to be a lot of fire trucks about today. I guess it's because it's nice out. They want to drive around and do the sirens really loud. Because my windows are open so I can hear them better.
Because it sounds like Mystic Falls over there.
Dude, I know. And people in Mystic Falls really like, in one episode will be like kind of like the span of a few hours in an evening, and a character will literally be doing one thing and then get back to the place they were at before, and there'll be a fucking ambulance there and they're like, what happened? Like, I was stepped away for 10 minutes and I get back and someone's dead. So you're right, it is like Mystic Falls.
Yeah. And I don't know why they keep insisting on having all these dances. Like, somebody always dies at one of them.
Yeah, maybe they need to, because they should realize now that they're pretty not like unsafe, and they need to really tighten some security and have some restrictions in place. But no, they don't fucking care.
And we met and said goodbye to Caroline's father, who is a dick.
Yes.
Trigger warning.
Yeah.
Trigger warning, suicide mention. He hates vampires, tortures Caroline to try and get her to develop an aversion to blood.
Yeah.
Even though she has it under control.
Yeah, she does. He just keeps like tormenting her with it.
Yeah, and then we meet a doctor lady who saves people by using vampire blood to cure them, which ethically questionable.
Yeah, yes.
And she does that to him. He finds out, and his first instinct, is to slit his own throat, which doesn't work because he has vampire blood in him.
Exactly.
And then that's about where I left off. He does die, and it's sad, I guess.
Who dies? Wait, what?
Caroline's dad.
Oh, I don't think I got that far then.
Oh, shit. But I spoiled it for you.
That's okay. I mean, rest in peace. He was pretty shit. But yeah, anyway.
But that's about the major events that have happened so far.
Yeah, I think the last thing I saw was the using Klaus's blood to heal, or like to remove like some type of or to heal a werewolf bite, like you were saying.
Yeah, because Tyler accidentally bit Caroline. Or
oh yeah. Yeah, but I got to that part. So
okay.
Yeah, so we're good. I must be on like episode 11 then, or some episode 11 or 12.
So
that
did you see
yeah.
Did you see Damon and Elena make out?
Like, no, I don't think I saw that.
That was at the end of episode 10.
Episode 10. What episode am I on? Where were they making out? Like at her house?
Yeah.
What happened before?
Jeremy like killed a hybrid.
Oh, yep. I don't think I got to that action yet. No, but you know what? I mean, I won't be all that surprised. I mean,
it's coming. It's coming.
It's definitely coming. I mean, they almost kiss every time they look at each other.
Basically, like they're eye fucking every 5 minutes.
Their faces get so close together. And then Alaric's like there too, so he kind of like always interrupts them. But yeah, okay, interesting. So I'll definitely have to catch up a little bit. Maybe I'm on episode 9. What's happening? I swear, I thought I was at least 10 in. Sometimes I lose track if I just kind of sit there and let the episodes run, and I'll like stop checking.
Yeah, you know
which episode it is.
It's all good. It's all good.
That's how Netflix makes you watch forever. Cool.
All right, I think that's it for this week.
Yeah, dude, I'm really looking forward to this new movie. This sounds really cool, and I can't wait to. Yeah, it's gonna be really good, and I can't wait to get in some more episodes of Vampire Diaries, man. So everybody tune in, get Hulu, watch Hello Mommy, or however you want to watch it.
I guess we'll see you guys next week.
Yep, see you next week, you guys.